Hari Om. Welcome to day 21. And today, an ardent seeker asks certain basic questions about God and His dwelling. The verse goes like this: Vase hrudayi devato kona kaisa Pruse adhare sadako prashna esa देहे टाकितां देवकोटेरहातो परिमागुताटावकोटे पहातो. So here there are questions which rather very respectfully asked. If you see in the second line, he says, Adhare. Very respectfully asked. Yes. In fact, it is said that yesterday last two verses word by word meaning wasn't given. But we are more interested in the gist that we will see. Even today also this verse will go in general like that. So the very ardently, very respectfully, the pursuer of the truth, the pursuer of knowing one's own mind in its full capacity, asks his master about who the God is dwelling in our heart, how that God would be, where does the God stay when the body perishes, and where does he seek about thereafter? After abandoning the body, where does he stay? Where does he move over? Where does he go? So, where does he go? From where does he come? Is the question. For this, very nicely the master answers, Vase hrudayi devato jana aisa Namache pare vyapako jana taisa Sada sanchalayeta na jatakani Taya vina kote ritatavanahi. It's so wonderful, In fact, even the same thing echoes in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, 20 and 22 verses, where Lord Krishna speaks about Vasamsi Jirnani Tata Sharira Bhivanya. It goes like that. And in other one where he says Najayati Mriyate Va Kadachit. In a sense where it doesn't move up and down or whatever it is, that we have seen in Gita class itself. Now we'll see about here what this master has to say. This master very clearly says, the very first verse he says, Vase hrudayi devato jana aise. He says, Vase, he says, where hrudayi, in the heart. Know that the God is in your heart. He says, Vase lives hrudayi, in the heart. Deva, that is God. Tu, that. Jana, no. Aisa, like this. Vase hrudayi devato jana aisa. So, where does he dwell? Or who dwells in Raghu or anything? Next he continues, Namache pare vyapuku janataisa. How does he? Namache pari. He says, Namache pari is like this sky. Vyapaku, all pervading. Jana, no. Taisa, like this. So here he says, where does he stay, or how does he stay? In a sense, he stays like the pervading sky. The vast blue sky, how it pervades everything. And whatever you see, the objects that are in this sky, that are in this space, isn't it? Everything that we see is in this space, like that. Everything is in the God. Next, what does he say? He says, Sada sanchalayeta na jata kanhi. He says, Sada always, sanchala, that is pervading, yeti, come, na, not. Jata goes, kanhi, nowhere. He says, the God who is like the sky, who is omnipresent, there is nothing for him to come and go. He doesn't come, he doesn't go, he is pervading, he is existing. As we have seen in Satchidananda Swarupa, where we explain about existence. So he is always existing. How? He says, how in a sense, he says, Taya vina kote riti thavanahi. Taya vina koti rita. He says, Taya vina, without him, koti, anywhere. Rita means empty. Thava, space. Nahi, not be. He says, as there is no empty dry space left without him, without space, without him. How does it happen? How does that happen? He is omnipresent, but how is he omnipresent? For example, we all have vehicles with us, two-wheelers, three-wheelers, four-wheelers, whatever it is. For that we have a tire. In the tire there is air. Is there any difference between the air in the tire and the air outside? But the vehicle moves very smoothly when there is sufficient amount of pressure in the tire. Once the tire is flat or punctured, what happens? It doesn't move. Where has the air gone? From where has the air come in? This we are supposed to condemn. You can say there is a a pedal where I fix it to my and then I pump in air goes from where? The boundary of air is only the tire. If you remove that tire, inside and outside is the same. So there is no coming and going. Technically, you might say we have pumped in air inside the tire, but from where have we pumped in? Is the question. Similarly, here there is nothing like for him to come and go. He is omnipresent. This body is there. There's no way that he goes out. He says this soul is something like, as we have seen, Vasamsa Jirnani, like in Bhagavad Gita it is said, like we change the dress when it is worn out, similarly, when the body is worn out or when the expiry has come. Everything has an expiry, isn't it, in this universe? Is there anything without an expiry date? When the expiry is over, that goes off and a new thing comes in. This we should think very seriously. One, the God is dwelling in the heart like the expansive blue sky, who is omnipresent. As he is omnipresent, there is nothing like he coming or he going. So when there is nothing like he coming and he going, so he is everywhere. He is omnipresent like the space. In this space there are objects. And as the objects have occupied this space, the space is also in the object. For example, if you take our own human body, the body is in space. Even in the body, there is space. If you talk right from the head to foot, there's a lot of space. Head especially is totally empty, is full of space, to be very frank. And I'm speaking about the speaker. You all, I don't know how, or you all have tremendous stuff in you, yes. The speaker head is totally, heart is totally free. Stomach every 3 hours it gets filled, isn't it? I don't want to go much further down. So space is everywhere. Like this, the God is present everywhere, and in Him everything is there, and in everything He is also there. This is a very interesting one. Keep meditating on this about the omnipresence of God. With this, we'll conclude today's. Thanks for being with me.